call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
हरे कृष्ण पद्मा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रीतिदासी नमस्कार। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Pritidasi Mataji, Dandavatram, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindax Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj. All glories to the assembled devotees on the call. This is Sanita from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas, and all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Tiffany in Pennsylvania. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tiffany Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devi Dasi from Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Padmasakhi Devi Dasi from Florida.
Hare Krishna, Padmasakhi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Padma Mataji. Please go ahead, Mataji.
You go ahead.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Lincoln. Mataji, Prabhuji is on the call.
Yes, Mataji. So, Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, this is Kamadaki Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to the assembled devotees. Yashamati from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Samik Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, can we start?
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and to all the assembled devotees. This is Megha from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Megha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Welcome to the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are fortunate to have His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu ji for enlightening us in the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 20th chapter, 45 and 46 verses onwards. Thank you so much, Prabhu ji, for coming to the class, and I would like to give this hand over my call to the Tiffany Mataji to give brief introduction to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji, please take over the call.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today, we are so fortunate to have with us His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu ji. He's a disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Being a doctor by profession, he has done immense service for the devotee community and served the society by donating for many projects. For example, Prabhuji donated the very beautiful deities at the Philadelphia temple, and he had 300 temple units made that serve as altars in villages in India. He also served as temple president of ISKCON, New Jersey for 15 years, and he is known for his simplicity and humility. He is also now an initiating guru in ISKCON. Hare Krishna, welcome to the call, Prabhuji. It's so wonderful to see you again, to have you back with us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. I don't know. Am I audible, Mataji?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji's connection is weak, Mataji.
Yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, please take over the call. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time this morning for us to enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhuji. Can you hear us, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji is now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Please take over the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatamitam Kamsa Jivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Paritana Sritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Cham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Sute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurapishe Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So thank you for giving me opportunity to speak on these two verses about the structure of the universe. I have been reading this for quite some time, but this is text number 45 and 46. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati. Next की ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौरव भक्तवृंद की जय. So structure of the universe, Canto 5, chapter 20, text number 45 and 46. Suryena hi vibhajyante dushamdho dyormahi vida swarga pavargo naraka raso kaංksi cha sarvasha. Synonymous and word by word meaning. Suryena, by the sun god within the sun planet. He, indeed. Vibhajyante, are divided. Disha, the directions. Come, the sky. Yo, Jayante, are divided. Disha, the directions. Come, the sky. Devho, the heavenly planets. Mahi, the earthly planets. Vida, other divisions. Swarga, the heavenly planets. Apavarga, and the places for liberation. Naraka, the hellish planets. Rasav, Kamsi, such as Atal, Cha, also. Sarvasha, all. Translation by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. O King, the sun god and the sun planet divide all the directions of the universe. It is only because of the presence of the sun that we can understand what the sky, the higher planets, this world, and the lower planets are. It is also only because of the sun that we can understand which places are for material enjoyment which are for liberation, which are hellish and subterranean. Text number 46. देवतिर यं मनुष्याणां सरी सर्प सविरुधाम सर्वजीव निकायानां सूर्य आत्मा दृगीश्वरः. Translation and purport. All living entities, including demigods, human beings, animals, birds, insects, reptiles, creepers, and trees, depend upon the heat and light given by the sun god from the sun planet. Furthermore, it is because of the sun's presence that all living entities can see, and therefore he is called Draga Ishwara, the personality of Godhead presiding over oversight. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Surya Atma Atmat Venopashyaha. The actual life and soul of all living entities within this universe is the sun. He is therefore Pashya, worshipable. We worship the sun god by chanting the Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Bhuva Swa Tat Savitur Varanyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Surya is the life and soul of this universe. And there are innumerable universes for which the sun god is life and soul. Just as the supreme personality of Godhead is the life and soul of entire creation. We have information that whereas Hiranyagarbha is Brahma Jiva, as called Hiranyagarbha, entered the great dull material globe called the sun. This indicates that the theory held by so-called scientists that no one lived there is wrong. Bhagavad Gita also says that Krishna first instructed Bhagavad Gita to the sun god. Yom vivasvate yogam proktavan aham aveyam. Therefore, the sun is not vacant. It is inhabited by living entities, and the predominating deities, Vairaj or Vivaswan. The difference between the sun and earth is that sun is a fiery planet, but everyone there has a suitable body and can live there without difficulty. So the soul, Hare Krishna, the soul is sarvagata. It can go anywhere, any place. That is the so Vaivashvat Manu. So Vaivashvat Manu, that is how this Vaivashvat Manu. So it was this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was first given to sun god Vaivashvat Manu, and then his son was Ikshvaku, and Ikshvaku later on it is continued in Parampara. So there is no planet which is empty. Even sun god is there, living entities are there, but their body is made mainly of the fiery element. The soul cannot be destroyed, cannot be cut, cannot be withered, cannot be dissolved. So soul has many qualities, and it is eternal. So people, according to the atmosphere, like here in the earthly planet, there are people who live on the earth, people who live on the water, people live on the air. So the same way, every planet is definitely different kinds of people who live at different places, and their bodies according to the atmosphere where they live. People who live on water, they have more watery bodies. People who live on the fire, the fiery bodies. There are earth, water, fire, air, ether, all these 5 elements. So depending, all the 5 elements are there. Mind, intelligence, ego, all these 8 elements are there. But according to the place, some are more, some are less. Sometimes there is more water, sometimes there is more air. So this is the whole chapter talks about how this planet, like this structure of the universe. The structure of the universe, we are reading 10 to 5, chapter number, chapter 8. So how this are? So I will give a little bit nutshell about this. What happened? So let me take out that. So universal structure of the universe. So So Sukdev Goswami told about the great dynasty of the king Priyavrat and how his 7 sons. So he had spoken about the 7 oceans, the 7 islands created by the Priyavrat Maharaj's chariot that was going on the Bhumandal. And it created 7 divisions of the Bhumandal. Bhumandal is a whole planet. It's not just a smaller, not like Bharatvarsh, but it's just a little part of Bhumandal. And so he wanted to know more about the universe. The reason that we want to know the universe because we are inquisitive. We want to know what is outside of our country or our land or our Earth or planet. But beyond that, what is there and how we could approach there and how we could benefit. But it gives us the greatness of the Supreme Lord. We are taking about just a small part of Mandal, but there are many another mandalas and many other universes. We do not even know how many universes are there, but there are different Brahmajis, and each Brahma, our Brahma has only 4 heads, but there are Brahmas who came to Krishna's Sabha, that there are Brahmas who have 1 million heads. So you could imagine the greatness. And when our universe is created, Brahmaji creates a living being, the body, he gives the body, he is engineered, and then that is just one breath, the universes are created, and then another breath, all living being and whole planetary system, everything is inhaled, and they remain in the body of Mahavishnu. So we want to know the geography of the universe, so that has been given in this chapter that we have been reading, chapter number 20, 5th canto. So I will give a little bit short summary of this chapter, and we will talk about the glory of the sun god. So Sukdev Goswami, no one can possibly understand the extent of the Lord's material energy. Even in a lifetime is that of the Brahma, still we would not know what different type parachas are here. Vivideva Shuyate, Prabhava Ki Jnana Balakriyache. So he is giving in some principal reason. So this universe, Sukdev Goswami began to describe the structure of the universe beginning with the Bhumandal. So Bhumandal has 7 islands that is separated by 7 oceans. The middlemost island is known as Jambudvip. Jambudvip, which is a kind of a square area, is kind of round, and there are 9 varshas. So there are different divisions are there. So middle one is Jambudvip, and then around the Jambudvip, there are varshas or divisions of the land. Khandas. Khanda means divisions separated by the 8 mountain ranges that mark their boundaries. So, and it's so vast, it cannot be measured like just yojan, but 1 yojan is 8 miles or 13 kilometers, and then 1,000 kilometers, like, and then 1,000 kilometers that yojana, and then there are my, that is 1,000 ky like in thousands. So 9 varsas they were so Bharat of the Jambudvip. So Bharat Varsha is understood to be the field of karma. All other varsas are Bhoga Yoni. So Bharat Varsha, that is the lowest of the Jambudvip, and so this is the karma. So Bharat Varsha is a whole Earth, a planet that you may say. It's not that it is right now. It is a very small part, but before it was the whole Earth planet was the Bharatvarsh, and that is the Karma Bhumi. But now a little part is left, and some Vedic culture, some remnants of the Vedic culture is there. But other places are meant for enjoyment. Whatever their karma, they enjoy or suffer according to their karma. But here we could create a new, like there is a spiritual culture is there, and they could understand from the beginning. Bharat Bhumi Tatla Manushya Janmaya Janma Sarthakari Paravapakar. That they should, now that they have taken birth in Bharat, they should take to this Krishna consciousness fully absorbed, and then get their life perfect. The perfection of the life is to engage in loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord by the various processes of Bhakti Yoga, and give the same thing to others. That is the beauty of everybody who has taken birth in the Bharatvarsh. Just like Srila Prabhupada went, and just single-handedly, how much that he has done. In each of these 9 varshas or the khandas or divisions, the Supreme Lord of Narayan, he expands himself into various forms and accepts the prayers and services of his devotees. Ilavarta Varsha, which is in the shape of a square, is situated in the middle of the Jambu Dweep. So Jambu Dweep is one of the khandas, one of the parts. There are 9 islands. There are given 7 oceans and seven islands. So there are different personality of the Godhead, like Ilavarshavars is square in the middle of the Jambu Dweep. In the center of Ilavarshavars is standard golden mountain, Sumeru. So Sumeru mountain is like upside down, like it is a cone. And its upper part is on the top, and the cone's lower, the tip is at the down, below the patal low, and it is made of solid gold. And all the different varshas and khandas are around this. So this is the middle. So there are also around this Sumeru mountain, there are many other mountains, smaller mountains. So there are townships of the demigods on its top. The Ganges, that river that descends from the causal ocean by Vamandev, is tip of the toe, and that comes first on this Sumeru Parvat, and then it divides into the 4 branches. So that is Alaknanda, Bhadra, Chakshun, Sita, both on all 4 sides. That is meets again to the ocean surrounding the Jambu Dweep. The remaining 6 islands out of the Bhumandal are in the shape of circular rings separated by great oceans. So these dweepas also have their varshas separated by mountain ranges. So each dweep has different their varshas or khans, divisions. The Manasottar mountain is in its middle. On top of the mountain, in 4 directions, there are 4 abodes that belong to Indra, Yamraj, Varun, and Om. So these are the 4 demigods. They are on this Manasottar mountain on the side. Sun God is a chariot that we are talking about. The Sun God travels on top of the mountain, going around Mount Sumeru in 1 year. Whole Mount Sumeru circles, and that takes whole year. And Mount Lokalok around some total of all inhabited area. The land beyond Mount Lokalok is called Alokavarsha. So there is no light. Alok, Lokalok, Lok and Alok. So there is a sun is there, and some places are where there is no light at all. This is the structure of the Bhumandal, which is similar to a disk in the middle of the universal sphere. So there, a movement of the sun, that how sun moves, the moon, the orbits of various planets, the zodiac. So it is so. Temple of Vedic Planetarium, they are making this whole structure of the universe. They are reading, and it could be hanging on the top, on the whole big hall. And so it is very ingenious, it is very like Prabhupada thought that people would be able to see and they would be able to know that where we are living, how many different planets are there, how they rotate, how the living beings are there everywhere, and the whole supreme are guarded. So by knowing the energy of the Lord, this whole universal structure is what we call Virat Roop or Vishwaroop, universal form. By primitive people who do not know that there is a personality of Godhead also, they just worship this Virat Roop, Vishwaroop. The rivers, they worship like they are the venues of the Lord. The trees are like the hairs on the body of the Lord. Mountains are bones of the Lord. So there are different ways that they worship without knowing in detail that Krishna is a person. He is not only Vishwaroop, because when this form was shown to Arjuna, Arjuna was amazed and he was very terrified also, because it is the Kala Rupa also, which described Kalosmi Bhartarshava, and the Kal, the death is coming to killing everybody except you, the Pandavas. Krishna is saying that. And then there are other than, then he showed his 4-handed form, which is in Dwarka and sometime in Mathura also, the 400 form, Arjuna also wanted to see his dear friend, or the dear friend, 200 form. And that is the worshipable, that is the form that we keep in our temples, and that is the original or supreme form of the Supreme Lord. And that is very difficult to see, but by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, he appears in the form of the deity, and we could serve him to our full extent, and offer him prayers, offer him different bhogas, nice clothing, nice decorations, and whatever that we could pray to him. In this way, so there is Shishumar also planet, Satyalok and Dhrulok, and they're all, so Dhrulok and beyond the Dhrulok, above the Dhrulok are Maharlok, Janlok, Tatlok, Satyalok. So there are 14 planets in system. The topmost is the Brahmalok or Satyalok. Zodiac belt consisting of the stars and planets that have form of a dolphin, Shishumar. So below the Bhumandal, there are 7 lower planets known as Atal, Uttal, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. That is the subterranean heavens. They are called Vilaswarga. And so they have also a lot of facilities to enjoy according to their work. So these are very beautiful houses, gardens are there, places of sense enjoyment. But there are people who live there, they are Daityas. They cannot understand the Supreme Lord. Daityas and Danavas and Nagas, they reside and enjoy in these planets. Maidana, an expert artist, he created all this. I mean, he's the architect and he constructed many cities and houses there. That is 30,000 yojanas below the Patal. So below the Patal resides an expansion of the Supreme Lord called Ananta Sankarsha. The great Bhumandal is situated on one of the thousands of roots. So it is below even the Patal Lok. There is a Garbhodak ocean that is created by the perspiration of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And so below that is this Ananta Shesh. And Lord lies on this Ananta Shesh. And on 4 sides of this, there are 4 great elephants. They balance the universe in that way. So, Garbhodak ocean, that is, hellish planets are located. Pitra Lok is also located in this region. So, Yamaraj, the king of the Pitris, and the son of the sun god. So, there is sun god as Yamuna and Yamraj. So, Yamuna Maharani, Kalindi, that is also the daughter of sun god. He resides there. His agents, that is Yamduta, they bring him to the people immediately upon their death. So he then judges them and sends them to the suitable hells in accordance with the Supreme Lord's order. So there are hundreds and thousands of hellish planets, and all the impious people, they must enter them. So although they may enjoy their piety and the bills work, but also because they are asuras, do not worship the Supreme Lord, do not develop their relationship, don't know about Atma Tattva, that we are the spirit, soul, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and our duty is to serve the Supreme, to serve the whole. So rather than that, so then they are sent, or their piety they enjoy, but then they go to the hellish planet and suffer there. The pious people enter the heavenly planets, but both categories of people are again brought. So even Srine Punya Mrityu Lokam, if they have done any punya and they are enjoying the higher planetary system, then they come back again after all the piety is finished. Like if you have deposited some money in the bank, you could withdraw until there is hardly zero or there is very little amount, and it cannot be credited, or it cannot be enjoyed, or it cannot be used. Same thing, what we have done, the piety we could enjoy, but again we have to come to Bhumandal, where we could create our new karma. But if we engage in devotion service, when we come to the Bhumandal and understand our actual position, that we are part of Krishna, start taking to Krishna consciousness and serving him wholeheartedly, then we do not have to go to this rotation from different Brahmandas, from one planet to another planet to another. In this way, we are protected and we do not have to suffer Adi Davi, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmika, birth, death, old age, and disease. We do not have to suffer this. So this samsara is rotating, and till we come to the senses that it is this place of misery, it is temporary, it is not our place, our original place, it is the Supreme Lord's abode where we belong. And then how to go there, that is all given in Bhagavad Gita. Very extensively it has been given Srimad Bhagavatam in pages. So whether it is pious or impious, they are brought again to the earth after their piety is finished, and then exhausting the results of their pious or impious activity, they come to the earth planet. So there are in Srimad Bhagavatam 28 hellish planets, but it's not that only there are 28 hellish planets. There are many hellish planets more than that, like Kamishra, Andhra Kamishra, Ravarao, Kumbipa, Krimi Bhojan, Andhra and so on. So all the details of the cosmology has not been described here. So we have to go detail to Srimad Bhagavatam, other books about this, all the hellish planets. So Sukdev Goswami is describing the structure of this material universe, all of which constitute the Virat Root, just like we talk, the gross material universal form of the Supreme Lord. So Vaivaswad Manu, Vaivaswad Manu, Vishwakarma's daughter Sangya, that was sun god's wife, and so she is the wife of sun god, and then his son is Vaivaswad Manu. And then he became very so he heard this Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita from Supreme Lord himself, and he was very knowledgeable. Vivaswan, that is sons of this Vaivaswad Manu is the son of the sun god. That's why it's called Vaivaswad. Sun and sun gods, Vaivaswad. So fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita talks about that, how he gave this. See, he was standing in Badrikashram, lifting their both the hands and on one leg. 10,000 years that he did tapasya, and his head was bent down. And he was looking at the Supreme Personality of Godhead very intently. So he did this tapa, and Vaivaswad Manu, Kratamala. One day Vaivaswad Mala was doing meditation on this Kratamala river. Then in Anjali, the same personality, he became Satyavrat. So Satyavrat, that is the fish, came, and then so Vaivaswad Manu later on came as Satyavrat. And nowadays, this is the seventh Manvantara, that is also by Vaivaswad Manu. The Manvantaradipati or Manu of this age. There are 14 Manu in a day of Brahma, and so that constitutes, so it's 71 times. Like in one day of Brahman, there is 1,000 Chaturyugis, and out of 1,000 Chaturyugis, 71 Chaturyugis make the kingdom of one Manu. So 71 times 14 is almost close to 1,000. So in this way, there are 14 Manus are there. And so there is a whole chapter about Bhagavad Gita that you will be reading about sun god, about just the structure of the universe and then movement of the sun, how it moves, and it describes in the following chapter, chapter 21, that you will be reading later on about this sun god. But worshippers of sun god, that one who worships sun god is a demigod, you may say, is energy. How he gets his energy? That sun is burning and giving light and heat to everybody, and all the planets, they are divided because of the him. And Maharaj Priyavrat saw that sun god is on one side and there is a darkness on the other side. So that's how his set on his chariot. It's the speed of the sun god, because sun god moves around the Mount Sumeru. So he also moved in the same. So how much powerful this Maharaj Privrat was. And then he created like his chariot was shiny like the sun. So he removed the darkness. But because of the fast speed, he created divisions in the Bhumandala. And the Bhumandala was divided into 7 parts and 7 oceans. So sun's movement just like a grain of wheat is divided into 2 parts. One can estimate the size of the upper part by knowing that of the lower. So expert geographicians instructed one can understand the measurement of the upper part of the universe by knowing the those of the lower parts. So how it sun movement when sun god and his glories all has been described in following. What is the orbit of the planets is also described, and importance of people they sometimes the people they stand on the sun and they do tapasya or austerities by standing on cold water in the winter time and burning sun in the time like in India right now. It's very, very hot right now. And so they do these austerities, but there is no need to do all this. If we take the Krishna consciousness seriously and practice Krishna consciousness, there is no need for all this severe austerities other than chanting the holy name of the Lord, sitting in a holy place where the worship of the deities are being done, offering everything, whatever you eat, to make your home a place like it is like an ashram, grahastha ashram, and you make your home. So whether it is a different ashram or different, whether you are in Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, or Brahmacharya ashram, grahastha ashram, Vanprastha ashram, Sanya. So all this, whatever you are, wherever you are, the instruction is that whatever you have been doing, you continue doing it, but aid Krishna in the center, in your center of life, and then your life will be perfect. We may study these universal structures out of curiosity, but there is, and we may go on for life after life, even of the life of a Brahma, cannot understand the whole structure of the universe, but we understand Krishna consciousness, which has been described by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Srila Prabhupada, given in his Bhagavad Gita as it is in its purport. Then that is the all in all that we need, not beyond that we need. More about this. So just to describe in a nutshell that this planetary system, this Jambu Dweep, different Dweepas, a little bit about different Dweepas and how that we talked about that Jambu Dweep is the Jambu Dweep, Reva Khande. So there are 7 Dweepas. That is Jambu Dweep, and we won't be able to remember all the yojanas or how many yojanas, how many tall are Plaksha Dweep, Plaksha, that is Pakar. Jambu Dweep means there is a Jamru, it's a Jamun, a tree of Jamru limb, and it is so big tree, and then one fruit of that, when it falls down, and it's such great tree, and then it makes a whole river of the juice of the Jamun, Jambu Dweep. And it is by ocean, it is covered by the salt water. Privrat's son Agnidra became in charge of this. And there is Plaksha Dweep, 200,000 yojanas. And then so Plaksha means Pakar tree, and so it is like golden, and it's a golden river is there, and there is a different expansion of the Supreme Lord. He resides in this, and it is covered by the ocean of Ikshu, sugarcane juice is there. Salmali Dweep is another one, and Shalmali, that is Semer. There is Pushadri, Ponchadri, Sakadri, Pushkadri, Loka Lok mountain is there, and there are devotees in this planetary system. So, as 9 khandas as we talked about, and Ilavarta khanda, Sankarshan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Ramana khanda, Matsya is there, is worshipped by Manu. Hiranya khanda, Kurmas is the worshipping deity in that place, and Arema is their Pujari. Then Kuru khanda, Hari Worship khanda, Kim Purush khanda, Bharat khanda. In Bharat khanda, that is there is Nar Narayan Bhagwan is there, and Ketumal khanda, Bhadrashwa khanda. In this way, there are this 9 khandas are there, and 7 islands are there. And then beyond this is Shvetadvip. Shvetadvip is beyond even this Brahmalok. Brahmalok or Satyalok we may call, and beyond that is Shvetadvip. And in the Shvetadvip, there is a milk ocean. So milk ocean is there, and Supreme Personality of Godhead is he resides in this, and people, when there is a disturbance in the material world, they go to the Shvetadvip. Then they resolve. If there is any problem is there, it is resolves. It is under. Whenever there is a problem in the material world, like there was this cow, and they went along with Brahmaji to that there was so much burden on the universe. So they went to the ocean and near the Shvetadvip, and then Vishnu formed Garvodakshay Vishnu and Shirodakshay Vishnu. We use in the Shiv Saga. It is called Shirodakshay Vishnu. Mahavishnu he is in the casual ocean. So there are 3 Vishnus: Mahavishnu, Garvodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodakshay Vishnu. So these 3 Vishnus are there. And Bhagavatam says that one who understands about these 3 Vishnus and their activities and how they benefit and what they do, then we could be liberated from this material entanglement. Hence we have faith in these descriptions and absorb on those things. So three these Vishnus, and this Vishnu, they come, all these 3 Vishnus, they come from Chaturvyu, that is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Manu. So the Sankarshan there, they makes the material world, and then there is first 4 another Chaturvyu. There are 2 Chaturvyus that also come from Lord Balaram, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Manu. That is part of the spiritual kingdom. So there are 2 Chaturvyus. One Chaturvyu makes the spiritual kingdom, and then there are the spiritual kingdom. There are Narayan forms are there, and then the 3 Vishnus are in from the second Chaturvyu. Then they predominate over different planetary systems. So there are different, so many. Mahavishnu is only one, but Antaryami are all the living things. Then there is another Vishnu, Garvodakshay Vishnu. He is like he is the soul, like for this our one universe. And then there are this Shirodakshay Vishnu. Then he is the super soul or Paramatma for all the living beings. Not only he expands as Paramatma into each and every living being, but also in between, in the atoms and in between each and every atom. So that is his expansion. So we worship. So we should not give trouble or exploit any living being, because there is another Atma and then there is a Paramatma. So we will be killing somebody and we will be disturbing the personality of Godhead. So there are people who live in the spiritual life. They always remember and always see the personality of Godhead, and he is giving them again instructions, or you may say like Bhagavatam is there in this material world. It is 18,000 verses, but there are Bhagavatam in another universes which are 100,000, 200 are much larger. That describes the personality of Godhead in more. So this Narad Muni, he could travel to all these planets from one place to another. Siya Rama Swarupa Agada Anupa Virochana Meena Nipo Jalu hai Shruti Rama Katha. So that is what is happens in that planet. This is Mukha Rama ko Naam. Ye Pune Rama ko Kalu hai. Mati Rama is so means our mind is on Ram. Gati, our destiny is Ram. Rati, our attachment is with Ram. Ramoko, and our one strength is Ram. सब की न कहे तो लसी के मते इतनो जगत जीवन को दिस इज फ्रॉम द कवितावली so in this way, in the description of the universal form, we could know that how great is the personality of Godhead, how much strength, and then at least then we could easily surrender. People surrender to something great and something gigantic, something which is beyond our capacity. So they worship somebody who is beautiful, one who is very opulent, and Shadeshwara Sampanna, who has so much wealth, so much strength, so much pain, so much renunciation, so much knowledge. So sun is all the way in the middle of the universe, and it is situated vertically in the area between Gurlok and Gorlok, the Antriksh, the outer space. So there are different names of the sun god. That is Vairaj, that is the total material body for all living entity. Martanda, who entered the dull egg of the universe, Martanda. Then Hiranyagarbha, he received his material body from Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is Lord Brahma, but sometime the original the Garbhodaya Vishnu is also called Hiranyagarbha because he produces this Brahma. Brahma is on the top of the stem, this flower. So he is also called. So the sun allows divisions to be seen among the sky, the higher planets, the middle. So like there is a Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. So Uttarayan, like when the sun is on the northern hemisphere, then it's in the southern hemisphere, that is the Dakshinayan. And Vishnu Pitama had the like he wanted to wait when the sun comes in the Uttarayan, because there are lower planetary systems in the Dakshinayan, and he wanted to leave his body. He was given the boon by his father, Ichhamratyu, that whenever you want to die, you could leave your body at your will. So even he was lying on the arrows, but as soon as he saw Krishna, all the pain and everything disappeared. So sun allows the divisions among the sky, the higher planet, the middle, lower planet. One can know which are the places for enjoyment, which are for liberation, and which are hellish, which are on the lower side, that they are the hellish planets. And the glories of the sun, because of the sun's presence, all living entity can see. Therefore, he is also called Draga Ishvara. Draga means the drasti, or seeing. So only we can see because of the sun is there. Eye is there, everything is there with it. But if there is no sun god or no light, so this is the eye and light of all living beings. Of the devatas, animals, humans, reptiles, planets, all the living beings are you could see because of the sun god. All the crops, everything, living beings are there. If there is no sun god, then no crops, no grains, nothing could grow. So it is because of the sun that we are living, and we can worship sun god every morning. Even sun god, Radharani used to go to worship the sun god. Although she did not have to, but to show us that to follow, she was doing that. We can also come and worship sun god. So anyway, I will end here. If you have any questions, comments about this Jambu Dweep and how this universe is divided, and what are the different planetary systems, the purpose behind all these Dweepas and Khindas. So there are 7 islands and 9 Khindas or divisions that are being made, and we are in one of these Bharatvarsha. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
India
Thank you.
is very
Thank you so much for beautiful descriptions of this 7 islands and the 9 khandas, and also who are the preceding deities, and even again about the Deepas and what each one is made up of, like Jambu Deepa with the juice of the jamuns and like that. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Devotees, please, if you have any questions or realizations, please go ahead and ask. You can unmute yourself, or yeah, I see that Kher Mataji has a question. Please, Mataji, go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I mean, I read this part of sun long back, and I see that sun god is very important. The sun planet is very important. So can we think that the sun planet is like the heart, and the Surya Dev is like the soul, and Surya Narayana is the super soul, and the whole universe is like a body? And because it gives life to all the living entities in this world. So Surya Dev is like the soul, the consciousness, like in the body that gives life to everybody. Can we think it in that way?
See, so soul, it is super soul and super soul. Soul is the Atma, that what we are the spirit soul. And super soul is the part of our expansion from the Shirodakshay Vishnu, who also resides at us. The sun god is illuminating, we could see because of him, but he's not the super soul. We cannot say that sun god.
Surya Narayana is the super soul. For the universe, for the universal body. If the universe is the body, and then the Surya becomes the soul, and Surya Narayan becomes the super soul, because there are two, and the sun planet becomes the heart, where the Surya Dev and the Surya Narayan reside. Can we think it in that way? Because I mean, I was just thinking, how do I understand sun? It is so important.
See, the sun god gets its heat, that is from the Brahma Jyoti. So it gets its heat, light, everything. It comes from the halo or from effulgence that is there in Krishna. So Krishna's effulgence gives it its importance. So there is sun god, and then there is sun planet. So sun planet is there, just like Earth planet is there, or we have the Bharat. So one of that near Mount Sumeru, in the middle, it circles there. So it is also a living being like us, and so you cannot just say that he is himself is the super soul or Paramatma, anyone. It is his function to give light, heat, and light. So sun, according to the Krishna's plan, whether it is sun god or it is Brahma, Indra, or Varun, or Yamaraj, they are all under the custody or under the direction of Krishna, and they perform their respective duties. So they have been given their duties by Krishna, and they perform that very well because they are so obedient. And so they do their job very perfectly well, not like the material world, that they may be moved by either bribe or something. But so sun planet, then there is sun god Vivaswan, then he has his son Ikshwaku, he married to Sangya. So he is also one of the demigods, you may call it, but he is not all in all, or he is not the supreme personality of Godhead. He is one of the appointed director or departmental head to one of the planet. So he is in charge of that. And primitive people, without knowing Krishna directly or two-handed form of Krishna, then they worship the universal form. So in that way, if they worship the universal form, you may call it And they worship sun god also, and they worship different rivers, oceans, mountains, Himalaya mountain, so different things, because they have no experience. They have not read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, so they worship that. But why not directly go to Krishna and please him, rather than worshipping all these mountains and all the universe? Description is there, universal form, but universe itself is not either. None of the universes that we can call that is the supreme personality of Godhead himself. They are created by the personality of Godhead. That is material conception. Worshipping sun god or the whole universe, that are true. It is a material way of worshipping. It is for primitive people, and for us, like Arjun was terrified by seeing this form, universal form of the Lord. Then he asked that, please show me your Somya Rup, your soft personality that we can relate to. So he showed that 400 and then 200. That is also very difficult. You could read on 11th chapter about this part. So sun god himself is not God, not Ishwar, not super solar Ishwar. He's controller. Ishwar means a controller, but he's not Parameshwar, Param Ishwar. Param Ishwar, Parameshwar is Krishna. So we have to accept the verdict from Bhagavad Gita. So you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, Prabhuji, got it. Yeah, I had another question where it says, in the 45 translation, it is also because of sun that we can understand which places are for material enjoyment. So what is this meaning? I did not understand the meaning of this, and which are for liberation. How do I understand because of sun, what is for liberation, what is for material enjoyment?
See, material enjoyment, like there is a bill sword, or even the sword low is for material enjoyment. It is separated because of the sun god, its rays and different mountains. So it separates a different planetary system, like Gurlok, Swargalok, Janlok, Taplok, Marlok. So higher planets are enjoyment. Even lower planets are also there for enjoyment. But enjoyment and suffering is two sides of the same coin. You have done some piety, you enjoy. You have done something impious activity, impious and pious, Suprati and karma and vikarma. Vikarma is not according to the scriptures, like Manu Samhita, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, are scriptures they give. So activities according to the scriptural injunction, or according to sadhu, guru, what is to be practiced, that is to be done, that is good activity. But there are another activity which are against those, then we are doing vikarma. And so, but both are, you have to enjoy or suffer in this planetary system. But beyond this is akarma, means karma, akarma, vikarma. So rather than karma and vikarma, you should do activities which does not produce any resultant reaction. Because reaction, then we have to enjoy or suffer for the reaction. So what you are saying, that these are the places of enjoyment, but then Shine Punne Mrityu Lokam Vishnuti. When your piety is finished, then you come down to the material world. That is what we were talking. That is the Karma Bhumi. That is this Earth planet or Jambu Dweep is for activity, Bharatvarsh, which was the whole planet, whole Earth planet. There was one time Bharatvarsh. Now it is reduced for political reasons. So that is where you start Karma Bhumi. And then other places are for enjoyment, like hellish planets that Bhagavatam describes 28 hellish planets. Yamraj's place, Sayamani Puri, and all the impious people are pulled down to their what they are brought by the Yamdutas to this place for judgment. And somebody who has done Sukriti or good activity, they don't have to go, they enjoy, they go to a higher planet. But Yamaraj decides who goes where. He is the judge, but he is still under direction of the Supreme Personality of God. So we are all puppets, and we have to act according to, we are acting according to our which mode we are in. Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. We are, everybody is in a different mode, and but by the But we have to go Nestre Gunya Bhavarjuna. We have to go beyond these three modes and then worship Krishna without creating any new karma. Any new karma means if we act for Krishna, it is called akarma, or activity which does not create any karma. So pious or impious activity, both are two sides of the same kind. Both are bad in sense that we have to remain in the material world. Our duty as a human being that we got this form with great difficulty and after many lifetimes of rotating in the material world. So why not to utilize or getting out of this material rather than trying to enjoy that is I could enjoy Swargalok or Janlok or Taplok or nicely I could rule there, but there is no point in enjoying because still you have to come and birth, death, old age and disease are in any planet, whether it is higher planet, it may be short-lived, like 6 months a year is only 1 day in Swargalok. So there are 1 year is like day and night is 1 year is gone. So why to spend our time which is in this activity of thinking of going to higher planet, but we should think always of going back home, back to Godhead, where there is no suffering.
Yes, Prabhuji, I got your point, but I just wanted to know how is the sun only physically distributing these planets, or how does it? Because it says it is also only because of sun that we can understand which places. Is it just the places it is distributing, physically distributing, or is there other meaning to it? I didn't understand that.
Same meaning. Same meaning. What you are saying, that our vision, our knowledge is all because of the sun god. Our vision, it goes like as I told you, Uttarayan, Dakshinan, certain planets are south side, certain are in the northern side, and those are lower planets on the south, like below the Earth planet. I'm not saying south means South India, South America.
No.
So you understand? It's a different planetary system, and it is all divided. So it's not sun is not only just for this Jambu Dweep. It's for all the Dweepas. It divides. So you understand which Dweep is where you are. Without the sun, you cannot see, you cannot realize. There is no division. So all the divisions are there because of the sun god. Because your vision is there because of the sun. Vision is also knowledge. Our eyes are closed because of the not having the proper knowledge. And the Guru comes and opens your eyes, torch light of knowledge. Okay?
Yes. So it is more visually, it helps us to see which places. I thought it helps us to understand.
It divides also. It divides. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mataji, sir, any more questions or realizations from anybody? I see a comment in the chat
box. It's important questions there.
Vrinda Gupta Mataji is saying, Koti Dandavat Pranam Srila Prabhupada Gurudev Ki Jai. Very, very inspiring class, Prabhupada. Please accept our humble obeisances on behalf of all Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gauranga. Devotees, if you have any more questions or reflections, please go ahead and ask. And okay, if nobody has any questions, maybe we can give obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Samik Rishi Prabhu ji ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. Please come again, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me your wonderful association.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.